Big data has become a huge buzzword in today's technology-driven world. But what does the term really mean? Some leaders in the field were at the College of Media and Communication to help sort out all the bits and bytes. We have more coming up.
Later, a new group on campus is bringing a part of the Indian culture to the tech community. We'll bring you the details next.
And one department on campus isn't always the most liked, but they are necessary to keep things moving. We have an in-depth look at the Texas Tech parking services.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Friday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Maitland Rutledge.
And I'm Zakrzewski. This week, the College of Media and Communications brought in faculty and industry professionals from around the world to discuss one of the newest terms in technology's world, big data. But what exactly does that mean?
Reporter Rachel Blevins has more on the event that helped participants understand more about this new concept.
The College of Media and Communication hosted its second annual Reaching Audiences conference this week. It focused on the areas of media economics, media management, big data, and media strategies. The conference featured several panel discussions where attendees discussed trends in media, opportunities in Lubbock's growing market, media entrepreneurship, and data analytics. One of the highlights of the conference was the Catherine Ann Hansen Bessler Lecture, which was given by Dr. Russell Newman. Newman is a media technology professor at New York University, and I had the opportunity to ask him what he enjoyed most about the conference at Texas Tech.
I've enjoyed the informal conversations offline. All of us have PowerPoint slides and we kind of do our talk, and the most important thing is to keep your presentation short enough so that you can interact.
Josh Pasek is a professor at the University of Michigan who came to the conference to participate in the panel discussions. He said that he analyzes big data and looks for ways that it relates to our everyday lives.
The work that I've been doing has been trying to figure out, traditionally we understood society through things like surveys or experiments, and now increasingly a lot of companies and a lot of social scientists are starting to take this view that, well, maybe we can use trace data off of social media and other things like that to try to understand society.
The first Reaching Audiences conference occurred 2 years ago. I talked to Dr. Kent Wilkinson, the director for the Thomas J. Harris Institute for Hispanic and International Communication, a professor at the College of Media and Communication, and one of the organizers for the conference. And I asked him how this conference has gone in relation to the previous conference.
We had good participation from the college. We had a couple of the sessions in the classroom, which is always nice because the students show up to class and they've got this panel of experts that are talking about new trends in the media, career advice, where industries are likely to be going to help the students know what skills they need, and also what are some of the job strategies, in terms of getting a career going.
For MCTV, I'm Rachel Blevins.
Well, Maitland, I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed having Monday off, and the weather was beautiful.
That's true, Julia, and it's been a pretty nice week since then. But will the warm temperatures and sunny skies continue through the weekend? Weather specialist Laura Duclos joins us with a first look at our forecast. Laura?
Thanks, guys. Well, as you can see right now, it's a beautiful day outside. There's no clouds in the sky. There's no wind or anything like that. I know it was a little chilly this morning. It was in the 40s, but I think things have warmed up since then. If we look into tonight, though, you can see that the temperature is going to go a little bit lower into 50s. It's going to be just a mild night. There's a 20% chance of rain, so it could be a little bit humid, and the winds will be blowing from about 10 to 20 miles, so it's not going to be too bad for Lubbock. And as we look into tomorrow, you can see that the high is going to be 76 degrees with a 30% chance of rain, so being a little bit more humid, and the wind is going to blow south 15 to 25 miles an hour. I'll have more about the upcoming week in weather for you guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Laura. Texas Tech celebrated Diversity Week at the end of March. The week of events promoting cultural awareness ended with the Holi Festival. Holi is a South Asian tradition and celebrates the beginning of spring. The festival's highlight is when participants spray each other with colorful powders and water. Holi was taking place on Tech's campus for several years, but many students were new to the tradition.
Thought it was going to be a little bit different, so once I got here it was like a really good experience because I've never had these kinds of events before, so I'm really excited.
Texas Tech hosts the Holi Festival annually in the rec field south of the rec center.
The Holy Festival was the last of the activities to take place during Diversity Week, but it was the only one of dozens of events that showcased the many unique groups on campus. Alyssa Herzog has a look at one activity that left a mark on students that lasted more than just the week.
Diversity Week is an annual celebration Texas Tech hosts for all students and faculty to help share the importance of diversity. One new organization to the campus shared their culture with the students on a personal level. Tech Kahani is the first ever Bollywood dance team on the campus. They hosted an event on Friday. Founder and president Carol Baby shared exactly what Bollywood means.
Bollywood, Hollywood, it's like the cinema industry of India. And so what you see in Bollywood movies is a lot of technically they're musicals. And so there's a lot of dancing, a lot of singing and stuff. And the dancing that they do in the films is what we will be doing. So it's just a style of dance that's very cinematic.
The team held a free henna tattoo stand in the free speech area. Guests could show a picture of what they wanted and the dancers were able to copy it onto the skin. Carol Baby also shared what exactly henna is.
It's a herbal temporary tattoo. It comes on as a paste and then it'll dry and basically you just take it off and then it comes off as a dark brown color on your skin. It's temporary, so it's there for at most 2 weeks.
Members of other organizations on campus, such as TAB, also came out to support Kahani.
We want to promote diversity within the campus, obviously, other races, religion, sexuality, and we just want to spread that as much as possible to everyone and to promote this week, the events that's happening this weekend.
Although Diversity Week has come to an end, Tech Kahani and other organizations have events throughout the year.
We have a dance competition on April 12th, which is a Sunday. It's going to be at the Citibank Auditorium, and it's a competition, so we'd love for everybody to support us and scream for us and everything like that. So that's going to be our last performance for the year.
You can find more information about upcoming events at events.ttu.edu. For MCTV, I'm Alyssa Herzog.
Thank you. Another annual tradition that was part of Diversity Week was all the great food around campus, and this year was no exception. The Hispanic Student Society showed off their culture by giving students a chance to sample a tasty Latin treat.
This is our annual fajita cookout. We do it about every year. It's kind of one of our traditions. We get raising money to support scholarships within our organization.
The fajita cookout is only one of many events held by the Hispanic Student Society each year. To find out more about the organization, visit their website at ttuhss.net.
Last Wednesday, the Tech Activities Board helped celebrate April Fool's Day by bringing in a unique act.
It's now 8:07, and tonight I'm going to show you a lot of dumb stuff, so let's get started.
Comedian magician Joseph Tran made a stop at the Allen Theater to bring students his unique brand of humor and parlor tricks. The event was free with a student ID, and Tran made sure it was worth the price of admission.
Opening of my show, you might remember that I did an accent, and that was not always the case. I'm a classically trained magician, so I used to come out and very traditionally do magic. And then one day I just walked out for an April Fool's thing, and I just went, hello, my name is Joseph. I'm going to show you some magic right now. I'm just kidding, I'm from Hollywood, April Fool's. And it got a huge laugh.
Tran is just one of several comedians TAB has brought to Tech. You can always find out more about what TAB has in store by visiting their website, tab.ttu.edu.
Well, it's that time of year, time for students to find a summer job or possibly a lifelong career. But sometimes the hardest part is just getting your foot in the door.
One department here on campus made that first step a lot easier last week by bringing future employers to the students. Reporter Lauren Locke has more.
Have you ever wondered how you can meet employers face-to-face and not have to rely on online applications? Well, then the University Career Center has something just for you. Every semester, the Career Center puts on a university-wide career fair, giving students of all majors and classifications the opportunity to meet and network with potential employers. Last week, they hosted their spring career fair in the McKinsey Market Alumni Center, with almost 70 companies looking to hire future Texas Tech graduates.
This is the only time in their life where 70 employers will come to one place for them. And so instead of the students having to go online and do searches and apply online, this is an opportunity for students to shake hands, meet face-to-face with the employers who are looking to hire them.
The career fair allows for students to connect with potential employers by interacting on a more personal level.
So it not only gives you an opportunity to see their resume that you can see online, but also gives you an opportunity to meet them in person and see what type of individual they are and a great candidate they could be.
So how exactly should a job-seeking student prepare for the career fair?
They need to utilize the University Career Center services. We have workshops on how to work a job fair. We have resume critique days. We have an IS 4100 senior seminar class where we take you through the whole semester long full of how to find a job.
In case you missed out on this semester, the University Career Center will be hosting their next career fair this fall on September 22nd at the Overton Hotel and Conference Center. To check out more details on future career fairs, as well as what companies will be in attendance, students can log on to www.higheredraiders.ttu.edu. For MCTV, I'm Lauren Locke.
The Spring Career Fair was only one of many fairs put on by the University Career Center this year. In fact, there was another one earlier this week. The UCC hosted its annual nonprofit career fair Wednesday at the McKenzie Merced Alum Center. The Career Center paired up with the Volunteer Center of Lubbock and recruited 16 volunteer-based organizations to talk to students about jobs. Nicole Noble, the lead counselor with the University Career Center, said this is a very useful tool for students.
So students get to gain a lot of great experience with career fairs and how to work a career fair. It's kind of our least intimidating career fair, I'd say. And they get to learn how to network with nonprofit recruiters, and then hopefully it leads to an internship or full-time position.
The Career Center has finished its run of career fairs for this semester, but there will be more opportunities to meet up with potential employers in the fall.
Driving on campus can be a bit of a challenge, but one group here at Tech helps keep traffic running smoothly. Coming up next, reporter Julie Gore has a closer look at Texas Tech parking services.
And the Texas Tech baseball team had another rough weekend in the conference schedule. Alyssa Herzog will be in with all the details along with the latest scores in sports. Stay with us. We'll be back after this break.
This is you. You want to be a director in Hollywood? Maybe you want to capture someone's attention on a 30-second spot. Maybe you'd rather be a social media manager, or you want to sit behind the World News Desk. You can do that here at the College of Media and Communication at Texas Tech University with a degree in advertising, electronic media, journalism, media strategies, or public relations. From here, it's possible.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Most students know the frustration of receiving a parking ticket on campus, or even worse, the horrifying sight of a boot on your car.
But reporter Julie Gore spoke with the Texas Tech Transportation and Parking Services about how they are actually trying to make your life easier.
Everyone is aware of the existence of the Texas Tech parking services, but the department itself does a lot more than just issue tickets to unpermitted vehicles. Stacy Monsabias, the marketing coordinator for Transportation and Parking Services, shares more about the adjustments to the system.
We're a pretty forward-looking organization, and we like to make things easy for our customers. So we went to e-citations in August of 2013, and it made it easier for our customers since people are used to doing a lot of things electronically now, paying your bills, even credit cards electronically, and so this kind of brought that citation system up with what our customers are used to doing, paying electronically.
Stacy said the amount of tickets typically drives through a specific routine each year.
We average about 400 to 500 citations on a weekday during the fall and spring semesters. A lot of times too, we'll see that it tapers off as the year goes on because people will figure out the parking rules and they'll understand where they can park with their permit and where their permit doesn't allow. If you receive 6 citations in a semester, your next one is eligible for a boot. If you receive, I believe it's 10, then you could be eligible for a tow on your next one.
She also said the recent increase in students has left the parking services searching for solutions.
I think campus growth is something on everybody's minds right now. We're all really excited about the push for 40,000, and so it's something that we always work on solutions for as we grow to that larger number. Alternative transportation has really helped too as the student population has grown. A lot of students are using alternative transportation, which encompasses pretty much everything other than a single occupancy vehicle. So carpooling, buses, biking, and walking.
The department holds free car care clinics 3 times a year for traveling students, and Stacy said she hopes to hold more events that will benefit future students.
For more information on Texas Tech parking services, you can visit their website, www.parking.ttu.edu.
Earlier this semester, we brought you a story about an organization here in Lubbock who is helping female high school students enjoy the prom season. And recently, their efforts resulted in an event that let many local girls feel like a queen for a day. Reporter Maitland Rutledge was there and brings us more.
Local high school students came out for a night of fun at the Lubbock Dream Center for an event called Prom Queen. Prom Queen is designed to help young girls find the perfect dress while being pampered throughout the evening. But this event is a bit unique. We spoke with Compassion's ministry coordinator Marissa Vasquez on why this event is so special.
I think especially if you're in a situation where you can't necessarily provide a fun dress shopping experience, then you can bring them to a place that not only are they receiving the dress, but they're being lavished on. They get to go to a fun party, they get to see a fashion show, and they get to hear about their worth and their value and leave with fun gifts, makeup, and jewelry. I think just seeing the tears on the moms' faces who are here when their girls find the dress, that makes it all worth it.
Tatum Cagle, senior at Shallowater High School, is a volunteer model for Prom Queen.
And we just perform the dresses, we present them to all of them, and we have like some of us have 4, some of us have 6, so we have all 6 different dresses, and we all go out there for a different criteria each time. It's a lot of fun though, just to hear the girls, they all cheer and stuff, and so it's really fun to see how much they enjoy it, and we love it. We love doing it.
My favorite part of the event is the girl that finds the dress and just the smile on her face and knowing that she looks amazing, and being able to share with them that some of the messages they hear, that they're not good enough, they don't measure up, or they're not beautiful, that we have an opportunity to counteract that message in their life.
And at the end of the night, the title of Prom Queen is awarded to one special girl. This year's queen was Macy Donahue.
I was not expecting that at all, and so it was really cool. I don't know, I just really feel special. It makes you feel like a princess.
To volunteer for next year's event, visit LubbockDreamCenter.org. For MCTV, I'm Maitland Rutledge.
If you're looking for something to do this weekend, there's quite a bit going on around Lubbock, including an experience that will take you back in time. The 45th annual Ranch Day at the National Ranching Heritage Center will be held Saturday, April 11th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is free for all, but donations are encouraged. Hands-on scientific and historical demonstrations make ranching heritage come alive for the day. The National Ranching Heritage Center is located on campus just east of University Medical Center.
And if you're looking for something a little more artistic, there's another option on Saturday. Ballet Lubbock and the Texas Tech University Percussion Ensemble come together to present Percussion's Point at 7 p.m. in the Lubbock Civic Center. It will feature choreography from people across the nation and everything from drumline to marimbas. Tickets are available online at balletlubbock.org.
And if you want to expand your cultural awareness right here in Lubbock, you can attend the Worldwide Showcase, a cruise across cultures, Sunday at 2 p.m. in the Citibank Auditorium. This year is expected to be bigger and better with many performances by international tech students. This event is also the official kickoff to the annual International Week festivities held throughout the week on campus.
The women's tennis team is busy making school history. Alyssa Herzog has all the details in sports.
And we've had another beautiful day here on the South Plains, but some changes are headed our way. Weather specialist Laura Duclos has the latest look at the forecast for the week coming up next.
That's low, that's low. That's low and below. Look, he's blushing. Seriously.
There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Welcome back. Well, as you can see, this sky is clear, not a single cloud is up there, and there looks like there is no wind going through these trees right now. It looks like a pretty peaceful day. As we look at the highs of today, you can see that the high for Lubbock is going to be 70 degrees, so it's a nice cool day, a nice day to go to the park or something like that. The surrounding areas look to be about the same, with the northern part being about in the upper 60s. Now, as we switch to tonight, the lows are going to be about 50 degrees, again with the surrounding areas being about the same in the upper 40s. As we switch to wind, you can see that by 4 p.m. the wind will be coming down from the north into the southeast-ish area, warming it up a little bit. Now, if we look at the high for tomorrow, you can see that the high for Lubbock is going to be about 76 degrees, with, again, the surrounding areas being just about the same, with Friona being about the coolest with 75 degrees. So it's going to be a beautiful Saturday. Now, if we look right now, the weather, there's not much of a chance of rain in the Lubbock area. There's only about 4% chance, and the surrounding areas only have about 3 to 5%. But if we look into tonight, it increases a little bit to about 13%. So even as we look into Saturday night, though, it is rising a little bit, and you can see that Lubbock's rain chance rises up to about 26%. Now, the drastic thing is by Sunday night, the rain chance moves up to 51%. So there's definitely going to be some kind of precipitation by Monday. Now, as we look at the humidity for Friday, you can see that Lubbock has about a 32% humidity, so it's not too bad, but it is feeling a little bit moist outside. Now, as we look into the humidity for Saturday, it jumps all the way up to 80%, so it's definitely going to be a little bit wet outside. Ladies, make sure to not fix your hair that day because it probably won't end up working out. So as we look into your 3-day forecast, you can see tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day with the highs in the 80s and the lows in the 60s. There's going to be a 30% chance of rain, but I wouldn't worry about it just yet. The winds will be blowing south 15 to 25 miles per hour. Now, as we look into Sunday, the rain chance increases just a little bit, up to 40%, with the high again being 80, with the low being 55, winds blowing south-southwest 10 to 20 miles an hour. So it's going to be a beautiful weekend, and I wouldn't worry about the rain quite yet. Now, as we look into Monday, you can see that there's a 90% chance of rain. It's going to be pretty cloudy, with the high being 62 and the low being 46. So it's going to be a little bit cooler than it was the weekend before that. The winds will be blowing northeast 20 to 30 miles per hour. Now, as we look into Tuesday, their chance of rain completely disappears. There's no more rain that's going to come after Monday. The high is about 71 degrees, with the low being 49, winds blowing west-northwest 5 to 10 miles per hour, and slightly cloudy. As we look into Wednesday, the high is going to be 83, so once again, another beautiful day for the month of April. Lows being in the upper 40s, winds blowing west-southwest 10 to 20 miles per hour, and it's going to be sunny. As we look into Thursday, you can see that it's going to be 72 degrees, so a little bit cooler, with lows being in the mid-40s. The wind will be blowing north 15 to 25 miles per hour. So it looks like we have a pretty beautiful weekend coming up, probably some rain either Sunday or Monday, but other than that, I think it's going to be great. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Laura. The Tech campus has all sorts of groups that meet throughout the semester to give students an outlet for their interests and skills. But one particular group may have just a few more sweet moves than everyone else.
Reporter Danny Copeland has a special look at the group called Dancers with Soul.
DWS is a really awesome team that goal is to inspire and to reach out to the Lubbock community to express themselves through dance, and a diverse culture of people that can feel comfortable expressing themselves in whatever way they need to and have an out.
The showcase is a culmination of all of our dances we've done over the last year, including some solos, some duets from our team members who have done the choreography by themselves. And it's really just a culmination event for our team to really show who we are and our colors so that people can come out and support us and see what we're going to do for the next year.
We hope that we're going to have a really big audience this year. We've gotten a lot of publicity from some of the events we've done and how organized our officers and our team has been this year. And I feel like the turnout should be pretty big, that we should be sold out, hopefully, cross your fingers. And it should be a really fun and uplifting experience for everyone involved.
Anybody can come watch. It's a free event. Again, that's May 2nd at 7 p.m. So, yeah.
It's been another busy week in Tech athletics.
Alyssa's got your weekly rundown of the scores and highlights next in sports.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Alyssa Herzog here with your sports recaps and highlights over the last week. The Texas Tech softball team faced Baylor last weekend in a 3-game series in Waco. The Lady Raiders lost all 3 games against the Bears with scores of 3-0, 5-0, and a much closer final game of 5-6. The girls begin another series tonight at 6 p.m. at Rocky Johnson Field against Kansas in hopes of better luck. The baseball team faced TCU last weekend with similar results. The Red Raiders lost to the Horned Frogs 2-4 on Thursday, went on to win the second game on Friday 5-1, but fell short of winning the series with the final score of 1-4 at Danlaw Field. Then on Tuesday, the team faced Oral Roberts in Tulsa and lost again 4-5. Texas Tech is now ranked number 23. The men will go on to play Baylor tonight here in Lubbock beginning at 6:30 p.m. at Danlaw Field in Rip Griffin Park. This will be the starter of a 3-game conference series you do not want to miss. After a great start to the season and many triumphs along the way, the men's tennis team fell short of a victory twice last week. The first match against TCU on Thursday and another versus the University of Texas on Saturday. The final scores were 2-4 against the Horned Frogs and 4-1 against the Longhorns. The tennis team also plays tonight at 6 p.m. here in Lubbock versus Oklahoma State. The men's national ranking has now fell from number 21 to 23 as they head into tonight's match. The women's tennis team only played once last week, but it was a battle the girls will remember forever. The number 19 Lady Raiders beat number 7 Baylor 2-4 at home. Texas Tech is now the only team to beat Oklahoma State and Baylor, who were the Big 12 leaders. The ladies jumped from number 18 to number 15, which is the highest ranking the Lady Raider tennis team has ever seen. Way to go, ladies. They face West Virginia today at home and Iowa State on Sunday in hopes of more success. As for the Texas Tech golf team, I'm sure everyone has heard all the buzz over senior Mateus Dominguez, who made his Masters tournament debut yesterday. Dominguez hit a hole-in-one on a par 3 during round 1. I would say that's a pretty good start to the biggest tournament of his life. He ended the first round 4 over par at Augusta National and became the first ever Red Raider to tee off in this prestigious tournament. That's all for sports. Back to you, Julia and Maitland.
Thanks, Alyssa.
We'll be right back.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Maitland, how was your Easter?
Oh, it was very relaxing. I stayed here, but I went to church on Sunday. How was yours?
Good. I went to Dallas and visited family, went to church on Sunday. It was good to have a break, but it's nice to be back.
Sounds fantastic. That's all for this week's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you next week.